And we are live here at 9:44 Central Time, kind of late in the night, but we're here. And that's the goal, is to be here. Well, kind of, sort of. Well, you know how they say it's good to see you? And I always like to reply back, it's good to be seen, better than being viewed. All right, that was my little bump rim shot for a little bit of humor. I won't try that again tonight, lest it be said that I was being obtuse. But it is Monday night. It's been a few days since we've had an opportunity to chit chat and carry on with one another. And that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. I don't even know who's out there right now. I guess I could take a quick look out there, Luke. I could take a quick look there, Skywalker. Hello, McFly. Yeah, that's how it is when you try to use English as a second language. Hello and welcome to the house of Scotty P with your host, Scotty P. Yeah. Who all is out there doing lives right now this late at night? Is anybody out there? Hello, Laura. My weekend was well. How was yours? Hey, Mike Shaw. Hey, Mike might be lurking. Hey, I was out there checking some things out this past weekend. Just taking a look to see who all was out and about. Good to see you, Mike. How you been doing? I trust you've been doing well. I am not sure who is on right now. I'm trying to go and, make myself just a little more aware of what's going on. So if I hit the little live button here and the live button says a whole bunch of weird things are going on out there. Let's go live. I'm pretty far down in the whole live action thing, but that's okay. That's all right. Stay in there and fight. Okay, we're done. How'd y'all do this weekend? What'd you do this weekend? Everything good? I'm gonna have to close up. I might be lagging here. Busy for sure. Had a week in Montana. Oh, great visit with the folks. Good. All right, Montana. What part of Montana was that? Montana's a big place, you know. And if my channel starts to and it gets broken, it'll be because I'm uploading a great big video. I've been kind of remiss, and today I was caught up in doing many things and traveling. Yes, it is huge. I was traveling around, and I didn't get my daily scripture reading posted, so I'm trying to post it. It's like a 4 gigabyte file, so my connection might just be a little bit wonky. Yeah, that's what it is. So you were in Montana, Mike. What did you do this weekend, Laura? I had a great weekend. I piddled around doing things on the pavilion project that seems to dominate. Did a lot with church, and we had a huge day at church. We have your dad lives about an hour north of Missoula. Yeah, I got a good friend of mine. Used to go fishing in Missoula all the time. Yeah. So this weekend we had a day, what we call Farm Day at the church, where we go out to a local pumpkin patch, which is that way across my backyard over a couple fields yonder. And we went to a pumpkin patch, and we had we had 1,240 people registered to go. And then we had a whole bunch of people from the community who have learned if you go on this day, the church helped cover a lot of the costs. So a lot of people will go out and enjoy the pumpkin patch and the rides and all those things. And we use it as a community outreach opportunity. Okay, got home from a county GOP meeting. Oh, good times. Yeah, I bet you that was good times there in Iowa. They have a unique way of caucusing there in Iowa, the Iowa caucus. Oh, Lloyd, what have you been doing in the house, Laura? Did I miss the 411 here on the house? Because I hope you're not talking about the house in our federal government. Well, the good thing is, without a speaker, they can't spend money. And that is good. Um, But yeah, no, this weekend busy doing stuff around the house, doing stuff with church, and I have this gentleman I've been trying to help with his. Re- how would you? I don't know what you call it. He was in a rehabilitation facility, and his insurance ran out, so he got sent home, and he wasn't really ready to go home. So there's been a significant amount of effort to get him home, to keep him home, and do some nursing things. And it's not really in my nature to be a nurse. I can be caring and I can do many of the things that need to be done, particularly medical stuff. But um, I'm not that guy. But in this situation, I am. So your house is coming along, Laura. Good. What are we doing, Laura? What is going on? What's the 411? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay. Now you know. I give you the opportunity. Uh, yeah, I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And I do this Monday through Thursday night. And I have to be honest with you. Um, it's tedious. And it does take away time with my wife. And I may have to reconfigure this because I'm not comfortable. I love this format. I would love to do this format in the middle of the day. I don't know who would show up. I don't know that I would do it in the middle of the day. But doing it here at night, that's getting to be tedious. It makes me think about all those years that Johnny Carson, all those late night people do it, and they do it live, and they have all those people there all the time. Yeah, it's tough. But how have I been? Okay, I'm still losing weight. Now, I'm not stepping on a scale, but I went to the VA the other day. We're working through some things, and the weight was 275. So that puts me a solid 30 plus pounds down. But today, I had a great non-scale victory. I put on a pair of pants that are only a 42 waist. So I started this journey 90, well, what has it been now? It's been more than that. It must be getting close to 100 days now. Should be making a video about it, but I won't. Let's see, what do I have here? I have so many things. I've been getting so busy. And I missed yet another phone call from my dad. That'll be 4 tonight. It's okay. Let's see, what is today? Today is the 23rd. I'm on day 96. Friday will be day 100. But yeah, so still doing well. But 96 days ago, I was wearing 46-inch waist pants, and it was tough. I don't know. Today I put on 42. Yesterday I put on 42s, and I needed a belt. Am I losing weight? I don't know. I'm losing inches. That's what I care about. All right. Yep. So live's great. Need to do more of them. Yep. Sure do, Mike. Let's go. 10:30, another half hour. Yep. Laura comes in. Whoa. More empty and selling. Oh, okay. My landlord in VA just hiked the rent on his all by. Well, that's a lot. That's a big hike, Laura. That's no bueno. Yikes. Yeah, you're right. Hey, low carb. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, making progress. How about you, Mike? How's everybody else doing with this stuff? Everybody else doing good? I hope so. Yeah, so the pants are getting smaller. And actually, I didn't want to try the 42s on. Matter of fact, I have them on, and here they are. These are my 42s. And you can see now that they've gotten a little bit loose. I just pulled the tag off, and they were brand new, right? And they're kind of loose on the legs. And I'll be honest with you, when I had the 44s on, it was looking really pretty raggedy. So I said, okay, I'll try these on. And they had 42. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to wear 42s, right? Good morning. Hello there, Michael. Good to see you, brother. And I put the 42s on. I said, I guess I can take the tags off because I can wear them. And I had a little bit of about that far between my belly and that. And then to add to it, I was putting my shoes on and I looked down at my belly and I noticed I have now a flap of skin fold, like, like loose skin on my belly. I can't say that I'm happy, but I can't say I'm upset about it. 42 pants. This keeps going on. I may be a 40-inch waist in another month. That'd be awesome. Be a long time. Decades, I tell you. Maybe 1997 was the last time I was somewhere near a 40-inch waist. I can't remember for sure. So, yeah, good. All right. So you're in a stall, are you there, Mike? A little stressed. Yeah, stress. That's right. Yeah, that's such a killer. Yeah. All right. Good one. Cool first name. Yeah, you too. I'm doing great. Last week I know my hunger signals are working now, and I've been eating less than normal. Kind of surprised. Yeah, that's awesome. I gotta be honest with you. We can get ourselves in trouble with that, though. We really can by under eating, and then we create a metabolic roadblock for ourselves. I think, and I just with my thoughts. I don't know that I'm even qualified to own a thought. All right. But I think I have been working hard to increase my fat consumption, eating a lot more butter, eating, 6, 7, 8 eggs at a time, eating the fatty meats when I can. And I'm losing fat like everywhere. You can even see it on my neck now. I'm starting to get a little bit of the waddles here on my throat. Going to happen. You lose the weight, you're going to happen, right? Yeah, it has plenty of fat. But I was listening to Steak and Butter Gal, and oh, good. Finally, my upload completed. I hope that means that it will be up pretty soon. Lindy, hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, great interview there you had. That was an awesome interview you had there with one of the godfathers of the movement there with Dr. Baker. Congratulations there. Yeah. And hey, Lindy, can you discuss and talk at all about how your priming has been going? I've been so busy doing some home health care for somebody else and some other things that I just can't honestly say that I've been keeping up with everybody like I should have. And I apologize in advance for that. But I just can't say that because I haven't been. It's a horrible thing, but it's the truth. And I apologize for that, but I haven't. Sorry, I said it. So I'm very interested to find out how the whole priming thing has been going for you. And are you done doing the priming part? And what's next for you? Oh, let me go on. Everybody said hi, great job. Hey, hi. Okay, there you go. But your family father, right? Yep, that's right. That's right. You are, and you should be, and it should only grow from here. I'm glad you're not hungry. I am glad you are not hungry anymore, my friend. It is so empowering when you have conquered your hunger, right? So again, I'm going to ask you to do this. Can you all smash the like button for me? And if you all have some non-scale victories, by all means, please share them Again, smash the like button. Let people know we're out here. I know I got a little bit of a late start on this evening. I don't know who all was out there, what after party it could be, but I have to be honest with you. I've been swamped. I've been personally and emotionally completely swamped. So, been tough. Okay, so priming is going well. Another 3 days, and I move the next schedule. Weight has remained set. Good. So you've been priming. That means adding more in, and your weight stayed the same. It's awesome. And low carb. I just love the idea that you're conquering, that your ghrelin and leptin signals are working right now. I think that's what's telling you, and that you now have the ability to say you can claim victory over hunger. That is such an incredible feeling that I think many of us forget, particularly once we get used to it. I know for myself, I get used to not wanting to eat or needing to eat or feeling a drive to eat. It brings a little bit of discontinuity in other places in my life. But with regards to living, looking for the refrigerator or looking for food, hey, and the wife says she agrees. I'm definitely losing weight. She can tell that. Well, then I'm great. I'm happy for that. 90 something days now. 100 days this coming Friday. I got to keep going. Now, I have noticed. I'm letting a few things creep in. Got to nip it in the bud. But I'm not trying to be dogmatic about it either. Low carb, you're saying that last week was a busy one. I get it. Absolutely. Michael says, Todd's been doing priming as well. Yeah, 7,500 calories. Yep. Lost 1 pound. See, I think we have been fed a line about this whole calorie balance thing. Yeah, low carb, you got to be careful. It's going to be tough. Lindy, you need to talk to him. Talk to him about this whole priming thing. Yeah. And Todd, he's doing great. I'm glad to hear it. I haven't talked to him in a few days. I know he's been busy, has a lot of things going on in the company, a lot of things going on in his life. But yeah, man, I think we get so focused on calories because we were told that, but no one can point to the caloriometer. How would you say that? I have no idea. Yeah, he's been so busy at work. Whoa, Michael. I'm not going to put that up on the screen. Is that a typo? Been very busty with work? I'm going to go with typo. I almost got caught with that yesterday on doing a scripture. And yeah, it was not going to be a great one. Yeah, it's been a long day. I get it. It's a long day at the office. I get it. Been there, done that. Unfortunately, I have the T-shirt for it too. Yes. It's been a very long day. Isn't it amazing how Mondays can be like that? I tell you, if it wasn't for this cup of coffee, this B-2 bomber flying at me. The other side is an ICBM, so I'll take the B-2. But yeah, so it's been a great weekend. I hope everybody else had a great weekend. I hope everybody had the opportunity to do some fun stuff. And everybody had a chance to go and do the things that make them feel good. I think I was basically priming with how much I was eating before. Oh, good. You're getting the nutrients you need. I know. I was reading about a steak and butter gal, and Lindy helped me out. She eats a lot. I mean, she's a little tiny thing. She eats a lot. And I was reading, I was listening, not reading. Well, I was reading technically and listening to her and Dr. Ovadia, the heart, the cardiologist, heart doctor, and how she had a triglyceride. Was it, did I hear it correct? Of 15? 15? That's like five, and five. I can't do five on the, I can do 4.5. I didn't want to do that a lot of time. Anyway, yeah. Um, all right. So, oh, hello, Bypass. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Like, welcome back, Carter. I should get that. Welcome back. Welcome back. Maybe not. I watch some of your older shorts and you can see the difference. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I am losing. I got a little bit of the thing showing up, the cheekbones. I think they call those cheekbones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. You're too kind. Uh, I'm sure they want to tell I'll be hungry. I don't know. Well, it was, isn't that what Carrie was saying? A few other people said that once they get down to the goal weight and they're down there for a period of time, they get really hungry. And I think that's because the body says, I can't say how this happens. This is just me. This is a Scottyism, okay? But I think that our body goes through all these changes and we get healthy and the hormones are talking right and hormones are listening right and your feedback loops are all working correctly. And you're no longer, the body says, look, you can eat all this extra fat. Eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. And your body says, eat. And you're eating. And your body's eating itself. And then your body says, whoa, you're down to 10% or 15% body fat. If you want me to burn this 15%, anything out of the 15% reserve, you're going to need to pay for it. And you're going to pay dearly, boy. Boy. You'll pay dearly for it. Or girl, you're going to pay dearly for it. And so I think the leptin ghrelin thing says, hey, we're cool. We've got plenty to give up. You eat some of me, you eat some of me. We're good. Then eventually the body says, whoa. We're getting into the critical storage. No, you're going to have to bring some more on. I'm not letting this go. I'm not letting it go. I don't care what you say. I'm protecting you. You the one who got all big. You the one that got all unhealthy. I'm protecting you, Pizzo. I got your back. And your front and your sides. And you get more hungry. The last one I think is happening. How's everybody now? I'm a little energetic now that people showing up. Mike's just dropping by, eating some butter. So good. Now, Mike, is that salted butter or unsalted butter? Inquiring minds want to know. Come on. Your body runs out of reserves and needs more fat to compensate. That's right. Well, it doesn't run out of reserves. I think your body says before it runs out of reserves. That's just me. I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor. I didn't play a doctor. I didn't sleep in a little tiny hotel either. Yeah. I like doing that too. Okay, I eat butter all the time. Butter. Butter is like candy. I know, right? Yep. It'll carb come back in with it, and with all the falling off before the back. Yeah, that's right. I think the body does that. I think the body is salted butter. You know, I made a mistake. I know. I only made one. I just admitted it. No, I made a mistake and I bought a pound of unsalted butter at our local Publix. I ate it. What's wrong with this butter? And I said, oh, it's unsalted. And then it kind of grew on me. That's not horrible. Just saying, not horrible. Unsalted butter better than no butter. Just saying. You heard it here. The bunk bed builder. Oh, Michael. Thank you. Oh, what an absolute blessing. So our church puts out the call. We need 100 volunteers. 100 volunteers. We're putting together 40 sets of bunk beds. I'm like, 100 people put 40. I don't know. And then I went on to look at this whole production line. We have we had 3 production lines going. And we had 100 people. And they said, okay, now we need, and we have all these things going on in the community. We have a local pumpkin patch. The pumpkin patch is over that way. And a lot of people, the people who own the pumpkin patch, are plank holders in our church, or integral members of our church. So a lot of our church members, including my wife, work at the pumpkin patch. So they were feeling bad that maybe their pumpkin patch day was going to pull from the church. But the church responded. We had well over 100 people there. And they said, hey, we need 24 volunteers to start with sanding position, the first station. And when the 24 volunteers left, it didn't look like anybody had left our group. And I ended up working a drill press. 2 hours of drilling holes. We had templates. It was a great, and well thought out process. And we cranked them out. We took the cut boards and sanded the cut boards, took the sanded boards, then put them into templates, hit them with the little mallet. Now they had little dimples in them because the template, a metal frame, they used angle iron that was welded together. And they put each piece into each place it had to go, and they hit it with the little mallet, and there were little spikes that would then tell the people with the drills where to drill the pilot holes. So we're using kiln-dried pine. You got to be careful; it'll split on you if you don't drill a pilot hole. So then we had two production lines, and each production line had 6 people on it. No, it had 3 people, so it had 6 people. And they'd take a board and go and put all the little pilot holes. Then they'd hand it to me, and it'd either be a 2x6, a 2x4, or 1x3. And based on what type of board it was and where the pilot holes were, I had to knock out the holes. Except on the 1x3, there were 3 holes out of the 6 holes, but I only did 3 of them. And then I would do my job, and the other guy across from me, Randy, would do his job. And we'd hand it to another table. At the other table, they'd knock off the loose pieces, take a look at it, and then they would send it to the people who put it in a jig. And the people put it in a jig would put it in a jig and put it all together. And then it'd go from that table onto another one, and then it would get treated. So we were making sure they're all treated, and then after they get branded first. They had to get branded. After it got branded, then it get treated, and then it gets stacked up on a flatbed. And we made 40 sets or 80 beds in 2 hours. It was awesome. And what was great was we were able to do this. And here's what gets me. To know that in my community, there are well over 80 children sleeping on floors and couches because they don't have their own bed. It bothers me. So we're going to be able to go and go into homes and provide these beds to children. And we built the bed. We have the mattresses. We have the linens and the pillows. It's called Sleep in Heavenly Peace Ministry. And we're going to do it again and again. And we're sending a team right here, matter of fact. We're sending a team to Ecuador. They're going to Ecuador. See, Ecuador. We're sending a team to Ecuador to do the same thing with some missionary folks who are out of our church. Just amazing. So that's how it went. It went great. It went great. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. All right. We were talking about salted butter always. Salt is salted. Still haven't made brown butter bites. I understand that. Yeah, you can add your own salt. Yeah. I don't care. I want that. Brown? I don't know. Okay. Limitless. Yes. Well, you put some washing. Oh, good. Okay, go. Okay. Well, we're just bragging on you. Just awesome, Lindy. And we appreciate you representing and you being such a fantastic spokesperson, a spokesmodel for this way of living, this idea that we can overcome our metabolic dis-ease by being very careful about what we put into our mouths. I think it's amazing. Yeah, we did have a large turnout. And here's another one. We're getting ready to do our Christmas program. I think I mentioned that. We call it Shop with a Hero. And this year, we've upped our goal for 800 children to get a $100 gift card to shop at Walmart for Christmas for their family or themselves, whichever one they choose. So in 2 more weeks, our church will take an offering, and I'm sure we will get and raise in that one offering what we need to have and be able to help 800 children in our community have a better Christmas than they were going to have. That's right. Yep, it is awesome. It is very awesome. We had a great turnout. We have a great church, great community. Yeah. Well, the whole thing is, we talk about all pink Himalayan salt. There you go. I'm glad you like that, bud. We send people on mission trips, and we go on mission trips, and we have missionaries. They go around the world, and you know what? All you really need to do is go down the street. Yeah. In our Shop with a Hero program, what we end up doing is we end up, lots of kids from all around the community come, and we help them out. And I'm gonna tell you, right across the street from where I live, in my little nice neighborhood, right across the street, single mom, 3 kids, one of them somewhere on the autism spectrum. I remember one day I went over there to talk to her. Another one, I had, those ice pops, icicle pops, what do they call the freezies? I can't remember. Like just Kool-Aid in a little plastic bag, right? And you pop them up and you can eat them like fruit, basically sugar. Anyway, I had bought a whole bunch of these and had them in the freezer for my grandchildren. So when they came over swimming, if they want one, they could go in the freezer, grab one, and go. But we had a lot of those left over. I don't know how long they last. But I decided that I didn't want them in my freezer anymore. They're just taking up room for my meat. So I decided, hey, she had 3 kids and she probably doesn't have extra money hanging around. Just my observation. So I went over to the house, knocked on the door, ding, 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 knock, 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 ding, ding, ding. She came and go, hey, Hal, what can I do for you? What can I do? And I said, well, I have these things. I didn't know. Maybe your kids would like them. Never really matter, right? So I get a chance to meet and we chitty-chat a little bit. And a couple of things. One, I could tell she wasn't like me. But she did have a great big tat of Jesus on her arm. So that kind of confused me in a lot of different ways, but don't judge, right? So I'm talking to her, I'm asking how things are going for her. Sorry I haven't come over and met and introduced myself before. They're relatively new, We're talking. And she tells me, yeah, sorry, but my daughter just got back from the hospital. She had to have a brain surgery because they took a tumor out the size of a tangerine out of her head. I'm like, all I had to do was go across the street to help someone. Anyway, 2 years later, we're doing the Shop with a Hero thing. I normally do different roles. I go around wherever they need me. I'm kind of like a cleanup hitter, or I just go wherever they need me. And I was working on a bus. I went to a school to work a bus, and there she was with her family. They're recipients of our program. I don't have to go around the world. I don't have to go to Memphis. Memphis needs a lot of help. Just saying. I just had to go across the street. So amazing. So amazing. There's so many people that could really use a hand up. Not a hand out, a hand up. To be the salt and the light in the world. Yeah. All right, Mike Shaw says, yep, I got some kosher sea salt, love it, along with my redness. Okay, I got to be honest with you. I'm not a salt aficionado. I get salt that says salt. It says iodized. Sprinkle it on my food. I'm not that sophisticated. My palate doesn't notice it. But I do like it. Like today, you know what I have been doing? Is this wrong of me? Is it wrong? Today, I took a little onion, cut the little, well, it's big onion, but cut the onion into little pieces, not little, not shredded, just diced it. There you go. I diced my onion. That's not a code word for anything. I just diced my onion. And I put it in a tablespoon of butter. I sweat it out a little bit. And I popped 5 eggs and scrambled them. And I ate them up like a beggar on a bologna sandwich. Yes, I did. Yep, cherried up again at home. Community, you know, you're so right, Laura. I go to my Monday night men's accountability group, and we're talking. We're reading in the Book of Revelations, and a lot of people have a lot of things to say about that. But I was just struck with the whole thing about, you know, all we need to do is the things around us. You can only do so much for everything else, right? If we had a revival in all of our hearts, renewal for some, revival for others, wouldn't be where we are. Oh, shards of plastic. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, low carb. I agree with you, but I'm way too down the primrose path to get too caught up in all of that. You know, I think that the Redmonds is probably awesome. I get it. You know, I don't think pink Himalayan salt is all that. I've watched the videos of how they make that, how they mine it, and the guys are in there by hand pulling out the chunks of it, throwing it up in the trucks and grinding and doing. I don't know. But it was interesting today. This last Sunday, we had a sermon. You know, when reading through Matthew 5, when they're going through the Sermon on the Mount, and at the end of it all, after you go through the Beatitudes, you met the Sermon on the Beatitudes. When you're going through the Beatitudes, and you get done through everything, at the end, it talks about being the salt and the light, and how being the salt really means about making a difference. Because they used to pay Roman soldiers in salt. That's why they'll say too sometimes, for us old time, we used to hear he's not worth his salt. Well, that's what they used to pay. It was a currency to pay in salt. Other societies actually made contracts over salt. It was salt. It was a contract. It's that important in our life. Isn't it amazing? Oh, salt's bad, demonize salt, salt's all bad. But you go all the way through the scriptures, it's so important. You go to any place in the world, you got to have a salt lick for your animals, right? Without it, we die. Without enough iodine, right? You get a goiter. Salt bad. Fat bad. You bad. No salt, no fat. How dumb. Absolutely dumb. That's because we allowed ourselves to get told. Now, look, if you put 5 pounds of salt in your food every day, yeah, you're going to have a problem. I don't think you put 5 pounds, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Boy, that phrase was overused a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, it has a hefty price tag. Yeah, it does. So, bottom line is, get some salt. If you have a problem with salt, you know it. The wife was just remarking today. So we went on a little bit of a roundabout drive today. I was reading the tea leaves. I got the message that we needed to do a little something together today. I know I was going to continue to work on the pavilion. So I said, hey, let's go out. We have a place we like to go where we can get bags of pecans. I like pecans. They're good keto food. Anyway, we get these whole pecans, well, the halves. And they're really good. I said, oh, well, let's drive up there. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away. We'll drive up there. We'll have a day, drive through trees, see a lot of the trees are still changing with the leaves here. We'll drive and do that. We're on the way. We decided, no, let's go somewhere else. Let's do this different. So we went somewhere different. Wasn't a place to stop. Didn't look good. It didn't look right. We did stop. We rolled right by. So we found another place. Went to that one. Didn't exist. There's no signage. They may have had pecans, but they didn't tell me in writing. I could see on any sign, I could see. So we just rolled on by. So we ended up stopping off at this steakhouse. And, well, anyway, long short of it was, I had an opportunity today to go eat somewhere and went a little bit off the plan today. And I had a French fry. I guess I'm going to carnivore time out now. But as far as salt's concerned, I'm just not a huge salt aficionado. All right, let's go. I want to get on a couple of these. Where were we? They should put salt licks. You're killing me, Mike. You're killing me, Smalls. That's funny. That's funny right there. I don't care. That's funny. What's funny about that? What's also funny about that is, in a high salt environment, not many things can live. That's why they pickle with it and do canning with it, right? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You want to get married? All right, well, we're licking the salt together. Ooh. Give me the creeps just thinking about it. But it does remind me of a story. Y'all want a story? If you all put a couple ones, spam some ones in there, I'll tell you an off-color story. All right. If you don't, I won't. Isn't that just precious? Bless his heart. He offers to tell you a story unless you don't want to hear one. Gosh, he's such a good guy. Oh, pardon me, you made me snort, Mike. You made me snort. Oh, I needed a laugh. I needed a laugh. Thank you, Mike. I just so needed a laugh. And all of this. I mean, Mike, I can't. Putting a salt lick up at the mall. I wonder how many people you would catch. How many people you'd catch. Okay, so I'm gonna tell the story because even though y'all didn't put up a one, I'm gonna tell you the story. No? Okay, I won't. Y'all, someone put a one up in there. Did I die? Did the stream come to an end? No, I'm only kidding, but it's so funny, Mike. Yeah, I hope I can go grab a snippet out of that. Yeah. So, are you alluding to our? Yes. Well, no, not the bovine. You know what I'm saying? You put salt licks up, all the animals come up and they take a lick off. So Mike was saying, if you put a salt lick up at the mall, you see people coming up and taking a lick. Hey, Marge, have you had your salt today? No. So a long time ago in a far, far away galaxy, when I was fairly new in the military, I did this job as a bouncer at a local bar in Abilene, Texas. So because Abilene in Texas doesn't mean there's bovines involved in this, okay? Anyway, in this bar, they would have the Chippendales guys come by and do the dancing thing. Okay. Normally, guys aren't allowed in bars to have Chippendales to do their thing, right? And so anyhow, I'd be the bouncer, though. I had to come in and work. So I've never been in a place that had this phenomenon. So here come the guys, and they're doing a little dancing thing with their bow tie and their G-strings. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to just circulate back here. The place is packed with women. It is packed with women. I mean, there are a lot of women in there. And they're women who don't normally show up to bars, but they're out there to watch all these guys do their Chippendales things. So I was walking around doing my little loops around the bar, and the guys are out there dancing, the girls are losing their minds, they're tipping the guys and all that. And what they had is they had this. Now this is 1985, 1985. And the guys are doing their dancing, the girls all around them, and they're all out there doing it, and the girls listen. And the guy would go along a line of women standing up. The women would all be standing up around the dance floor in the perimeter. And the guys would walk up to him to get a tip, and they give the girls a kiss. And pretty soon I noticed, like, they're giving a salt lick kiss. Yeah, a little tonsil hockey. And I was like, ew. I don't care if they were kissing, but they would kiss one girl and go to the next one, kiss them the same way. And the next one, I was like, and I was in the back, and I was just making fun of everybody. And I was like, why don't they just turn around and kiss each other? Because it's what they're doing. It was just, I couldn't believe that they were doing that, and they were giving up their treasure. So, Mike, when you mentioned about putting a salt lick up at a mall, all I could think about was just that scene, and it was just absolutely, yeah. And it was so funny because I was standing in the back making jokes about all this going on. And it's amazing. The ladies would be all around the dance floor with the little guys doing their little dance thing. And I don't know what that means, but anyway. And they're doing the dance thing. And I would make fun of them. And the ladies who were like 2 or 3 rows behind were just laughing. And I hate to say it, but I got a lot of telephone numbers. But that would have been easy. You could have been lame. You could have been 400 pounds. You could have had halation BO and got lucky at a show like that, because these women were liquored up and losing their minds. So what I used to do is I'd have all these, like, napkins folded up in my pocket like this. And you open them up and it'd be, Becky, 202-444-1923. I don't know. All these phone numbers. And I take them when I went home to my dorm room, and I throw them in a bowl. And I had a bowl full of napkins with names and numbers. And I used to tell the other guys, my Air Force buddies, they come to my room and they say, hey, Scott, can we get a number? I said, sure. Did you bring something? And they have to bring me a bottle of adult beverage to pull a number out of the bowl. And I would tell them, well, all you have to do is call her up. And they would say something, but I don't know her. Well, she doesn't know you either. I don't know her. I just have her number and her name. Just call her, say you met her here, bada boom, bada bing, and you do whatever you got to do. Anyway, that was the old Scotty. But anyway, I thought it was funny. I mean, Mike, when you brought up a community salt lick, it made me just think all of that. Yeah. Magic Mike sharing all the germs. You have Magic Mike and Bob and Tom and Joey and Freddie. All right, strip clubs, gay bar, Chippendale. Yeah, that's right. And what's funny about that is I worked for many years at topless clubs too, and I wasn't a dancer. Trust me. It was good work for a young man, but I'm just saying, not good work for a good man. My story in politics. I don't think so. But it was funny because I don't hold back, as you know. I don't hold back. I am who I am. It's kind of like Popeye. I am's what I am, right? Come on. And when one day in a committee hearing in what we call the Sin Committee, they were talking about trying to create a law that would make it impossible to have those types of nightclubs available. And I'm not against that, but it's very difficult to write a law for it. And we'll talk more about that at another time. But everybody, what you do is you hear a bill, and you have all your witnesses, you have all the people, and they bring the bill, and you listen. Then afterwards, all the people are excused. A reporter is allowed to be in there in Nebraska. And when we went into executive session, the only people allowed to be in there are staff members, senators, and members of the press. But most times, there's only a couple of reporters on the beat, and they wouldn't go to a lot of the different executive meetings. They go to the ones that are meaningful. And I was telling the people when we were talking about this bill that I'd had a number of years working there. So I had a fairly good understanding of what transpired in this establishment and the people, and et cetera, et cetera. And they all had a good laugh. They just could not believe it. And I was like, well, yeah, guys got to make money, right? So it was funny. It was funny. Oh, hola gatos. Yes. So anyway, it was just a really funny. Oh, your cat's watching the stream. Well, want me to keep moving? Cats are amazing. They love it. They love it. Cats they'll follow. Yep, they are great. We've had many cats in this house, and we don't have one now, and I'm very thankful for that because I have a slight reaction to cats. It is what it is. Anyhow, bust out the laser pointer. I know. They can't help. That is their kryptonite, And they will go after. I was watching some videos last night. I could not believe it. I was shutting down, getting ready to head off to La La Land like I will here in about 9 minutes. And I was heading off to La La Land and picked up my phone, started looking at some Facebook shorts, and lo and behold, I got caught up in kitty cat and pets. Yeah, carnivores lose their allergies. Yeah, maybe one day I can say that. I can't say that completely right now. I can say I'm much better. I can say that my body is healing. Yeah. No cat. Scott does not need a kitty. I do not need a kitty, Sam I am. I do not want one, Sam I am. Appreciate the opportunity, but no, Scott does not need a cat. No mascot for. I'll tell you what. Let me get a mascot for. Here you go. Perfect mascot. This is the perfect pet. This is my pet stick. I just threw it down. I have a pet stick. This is my pet stick. I found it under a log. A log had a baby, and now it's a pet stick. That's it. That's it. I have a block of wood. Hello. That's it. No pets. No. I have the dogs. I'm done. Don't say that, Mike. Come on, man. Thought we're friendly here. No pets. No cats. Mascot for the stream. I got your mascot. You might have a recommendation to go a car. Yeah. Nope. Don't want to find out. No. See, the funny thing is, once you broach that topic, you're committed. You don't back out of it, and they live a long time. Like the dogs I have now. Love my dogs. Break my heart. But they're going to live a long time. The little dogs. I got them in 2015. They're 8 years old. About midlife. You can't, once you take on that responsibility, you just can't surrender it. So I'd rather not. Just saying. All right, that's right. A Pet Rocks. They were a thing. Yeah. Yep. They were a thing for sure. Pet Rocks, Pop Rocks. Oh, Pop Rocks. No bueno. No bueno. No. Pop Rocks. No, too much for my delicate palate. But I did like the hot cinnamon candies. I really did like those. I wouldn't dare eat Laffy Taffy now. Too many of my teeth would fall apart, I think. Oh, but I was thinking about some pastries. I would eat a cheese-filled pastry. I would. I'd regret it, but I'd eat it. But like today, when we went to a steakhouse, a place called Santa Fe. Have y'all ever eaten a place called Santa Fe? Well, we went out to eat at Santa Fe today because it was a place to eat. And I had their smoked Polish sausage. And some pickles. Meh. The wife had a cheeseburger. It was a good burger. She only ate a little bit of the bun. She threw the whole top. She didn't eat the whole top, only part of the bottom. It was a good burger. She gave me a little bit of it. But hers came with French fries. And I had 1.5 or 2.5, probably 2.5 French fries. I mean, about the size of my little finger. And one thing the wife learned, and I learned today, though, and she admitted, I was going to say this earlier, and I just kind of went, after eating in restaurants, her inflammation kicks in a lot higher. So does mine. I get the inflammation. Like when you get the vapors and I got the vapors. Well, I got the inflammation. And the inflammation, it's not good. I could feel my finger swelling up. You can kind of see a little space in there if I push real hard between my wedding band and whatnot. Anyway, that hurt. But she noticed it too because she's been seeing the changes and she realized that, hey, this whole eating the carnivore thing is working for the old man. So, big realization today. Big realization. Big. Remember that movie, Pretty Woman? When Julia Roberts walks into the place and she tries to buy all the clothes and they say no because she looks like a prostitute. Oh wait, she was. And they didn't want to take her cash. And the next day she goes all around town, oh, pretty woman. And she gets to buy all the clothes and they all go crazy. And Richard Gere tells the guy, you need to suck up more. Oh, sir, I can tell right away you're a man of distinction. And you're a man, not me, her. Oh, okay, yeah. But anyway, right? And in that movie, later on, she goes back to the store and she says, you remember me? I came in here yesterday. You wouldn't sell me anything. Big mistake. I go, you work on commission, don't you? Big mistake. And she walks out the door. Yeah. Seed oils. You're right on there, Mike. Right on. Right arm, right on. Seed oils. That's what it is. And they cook on it. Matter of fact, we would go to, there's a couple Oriental restaurants I love to eat at. Every time my cankles would go even worse. My ring finger swell up bad. Everything else, my joints would hurt. Even this little knuckle, this little knuckle of mine, it's going to make me shine with uric acid crystals, gout in my little finger, or arthritis. I don't know. I have had a pain in a big toe before, and then pain here. And we'll go with uric acid. I don't know. But every time I eat something bad, you betcha that little finger, it just tells me, it says, no, Mr. Scotty, you're not supposed to be doing that. This finger, fine. This finger, not so fine. I don't know. It's a rebellious finger. Anyhow, Pop Rocks in the good old days, yeah. But seed oils, and I know they use a lot of those MSGs, whatever those are. MSG, there you go. They put it in everything. Well, I think they put in a lot of these Mexican food restaurants or Tex-Mex restaurants, right? Because as soon as we come back from eating there, the bloating, the pain, the swelling, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It bothers me. It hurts. It's no bueno. So, what are you going to do? Don't eat there. Guess what we cooked up the other day? I'll give you a guess. One guess. What did we cook day before yesterday? Go ahead. Take your time. Work it out amongst yourselves. What did Scotty cook 2 days ago? Huh? Hey? Quiet mind? Why not? You do? Do you? Huh? Feel lucky, punk? Feel lucky? A turkey. Yeah. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Yeah, we did a turkey. I cooked up a turkey. Didn't take that long. Guess what I bought that turkey for? 50 cents a pound. Frozen turkey. It was frozen this whole time. 50 cents. So I popped it in the oven. I had a turkey. Cost me $7.50. Ain't bad, right? Because that's like 15 pounds of turkey. No. Yep, not worth it, right, Mike? Not worth it at all. Might come back in with a 13.5-hour drive to Montana. You eat a bag of family size. Ooh. Ah, yeah, because that's like serious chemical wash. I used to be real bad too. I'd drive from Abilene to El Paso and it'd take me about, 12 pack of beer. Anyway, Lindy, am I the only one here who's never tried turkey? Maybe. Might not be cheap where you get it. I get it. I don't think it's all that great, to be honest with you. Laura says, I'd be totally thrilled with a charbroiled steak and a whole lobster with, yeah, me too. Do it, Laura. Do it. Go kill one. Do it. You owe it to yourself. Well, at least you could melt some butter, put it on a hot dog. Will be a turkey leg out in the gnaw on that. Cool. I have a roasted lamb in fridge dinner. Ooh, there you go. Lobster, yum. I was at Costco the other day. The wife and I like to go there sometimes, and I just like to go for the hot dog. I'll admit it. I'll get a Costco hot dog, and I have zero guilt. I don't eat the bun, but I just like a good hot dog. And for $1.50, yep. Mike, you like lamb? I have not liked lamb. I have not liked lamb yet. I have not met lamb I like. Sam, I am. But I have not tried very much lamb. Sam's not a lamb. All of these seed oils, yep. Everything has it. And it's so, particularly for those of us who have gotten off those seed oils, right? You get off the seed oils, you get off all the other crud, and then you have a little bit of it. Boy, it just like pounds you right there. It gets you good. Mary had a little lamb. Hat. Costco hot dogs are great. Yeah, I tell you. I've eaten my body weight more than one time over in hot dogs. I love hot dogs. Hot dogs are mine. When I found out I could eat hot dogs on a carnivore diet, I ate the hot dogs. I liked it. I did. You had a lamb for lunch. Okay. No question. No judgment. No, I just don't think I've had lamb prepared right. That just must be it. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like meat animals that were fed real food. I don't know. And hey, can someone here help me? Does anybody here have a list of what are? Yeah, I know. Same thing. Lindy, I was thinking the same thing. Can anybody here list all the ruminant animals? Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Can anybody name all the ruminants? Gotta be. Is it more than sheep? And is it more than sheep and cow? Bovine? I don't know. I guess I'll Google it. Can anybody else Google faster than me? Everybody can Google faster than me. Ruminant. Ruminants, animals. Ruminants, animals. It says here, ruminant animals. What are ruminant animals? Ruminant animals are a term referred to a large group of herbivores with 4 chambers of stomach. Most ruminants have hooves with 2 digits, and they're also the only animals that can digest their food without thoroughly chewing it. Commonly known, ruminant animals include cows, sheep, goats, moose, camels, deer, giraffe, and buffaloes. I'm not eating a camel. I'll eat deer. I'm not eating giraffe. Just isn't at my local market. Buffalo, here's really lean, the buffalo. So goats. I hear moose can be quite lean also. So guts. I've eaten gut. I like gut. Guess I'll have to eat more gut. Elk. Yep. What did I say? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's probably more. What are 5 ruminant? Is a pig? They basically have 5. We'll go to Wikipedia. Moose, elk. Yep, there we go. Mike, you got it. Same thing. I got all these different pictures. I don't need to know taxonomy and all that stuff, you know. Pahuda, bahuda, baguda, bagada. Hamuna, huna, hakana. Huna, what is that? Hakuna Matata. Yeah. No, maybe not. Anyway, ruminants. I think tannin toxicity in ruminant animals? Nah, don't eat the skin. I don't think I have too much more about that. Okay, go. Domesticated wild bovine, goat, sheep, giraffe, deer, gazelles, and antelopes. Yep. Okay, that's cool. All right, because they're the only ones who can eat grass, cellulose. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, moose. Okay. So you had moose burger. There was that Bullwinkle or Rocky. I can't remember. Lots of buffalo eaten by people in the. Oh yeah. Meat and fat. Yeah. Okay. A lion diet stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Who do you have here? Hey, homesick Buckeye. What's going on? Well, you're kind of catching us here on a Monday night. We're just kind of having a groovy time talking about ruminants. How did everything go in that great big keto con? You have a good time at that keto con, brother? I hope so. I missed it like a biscuit. I didn't have it with a Triscuit. That's okay. I just missed it. No, I hope you had a good time. Yeah. Yeah, I just out here ruminating with people. And you missed a good one earlier there, Russ. We were just talking about salt, and everybody talking about their favorite salt. All these salt snobs in this space, you know. Oh, I have my Redmonds. Oh, I have my smoked Redmonds. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. I eat salt, right? And then Mike came back with it. Well, can you imagine him having a salt lick at the mall? Imagine the people you'd meet at the local salt. Like, hey, how you doing, George? I'm okay. How you doing? Anyway, it's kind of funny. It kind of had to be there. All right. I've had beer. Doesn't fit. Oh, yeah. Cool. Nice. I don't think crocodile or gator are ruminants. Nope. Anyone going to Chicago? No, I'm not going to Chicago. Been to Chicago too many times. Don't need to go again. Really don't. All right. We used to raise rabbits, eat them. They are good, but they are lean. Yep, it was good. Good. I'm glad it was good. I heard some people, they went to something like that, and they did the carnivore couple, and it led to a week of poor eating. And then I don't know what happened with carnivore Kip. I don't know. I've been so caught up in stuff. Life has been so busy lately for me. And as such, I've been remiss to watch as many of the videos I normally watch. But Kip was saying he went off wagon for a whole week and gained like 30 something pounds. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt the joints to put that much fluid on that quickly. Yep. Yep. So Kip fell off, had a run in with Popeye's chicken, huh? Yeah. Yep, I get it. I like to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and get their classic chicken sandwich. Throw away the bread, of course. Not have the mayo. But it's something I do, but I try not to do it at all. And the way I look at it, like today I had 2.5 French fries. I'm going to live. I'm going to keep losing. I'm going to keep getting better and getting healthier. 2.5 French fries. 2.5. I don't care if they were foot-long French fries. I'm okay. We are fluent in typos. Yes. Yes, I'm back. Back. He's back. He's back on. Back. Back's what you have to do. Vac is what you do when you get the food you're not supposed to eat and you vac it up. I get it. Yeah. We had another one earlier tonight. We had a typo earlier tonight too. Yeah, fluent in typos. But yeah, well, the way I'm looking at it is, I am in a struggle that is that is going to now be a lifelong struggle. Only because I spent so long. Hello, Lisa. Good to see you. I hope you're well. We're just talking about typos. We're talking about French fries and salt snobs and falling off the wagon and on the wagon. Yeah. That's it. How you doing? Good to see you. And so, yeah, it's having a good time. Russ is in here, and Russ was telling us he had a good time at the keto convention. Laura says, anybody know of a reliable online store to get 30? Oh, I can't say that I do. I just go to my dad. My dad has everything. Oh, you came in around the strippers conversation. Yeah. Okay. You never know what you're going to get in here. I had to have a job. It's the job they hired me for. Thankfully, I wasn't a dancer. It came for the stripper, stayed for the steak, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I look back on my life, and I consider my experiences and where I am, and it's a miracle. It's a miracle. And I remember sharing with my children, my boys, about this stuff, and my daughter, so that they would realize that dear old dad wasn't joking with him when he told him some things are just best left alone. Don't pick that snake up. You don't want to. All right, we got Mike. Yeah, right. Well, she wants a clip, right? Mm-hmm. Next time you go to store, pick up a 9-volt battery. Okay. I'm missing that one about 9-volt battery. Unless you're talking about the cost, but yeah, no. My dad has every caliber I could ever want. Every weapon. He owns the weapon and the bullets for it many times over, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah. 9-volt battery. LOL. Reliable online store to get a 30 bolt action clip. Mm-hmm. No, but I tell you what, check out Larry's Pistol and Pawn. I wonder if they have an online. Let me see. I'll look it up real quick. Larry, Larry's Pistol and Pawn. I have Facebook, Huntsville, I don't want to go to that. I want to go to online. Okay. So let me see what they have. Yeah. So if you go to Pistol and Pawn, Pistol PAWN, Pistol and Pawn, they have a lot of stuff. Now, let's see, they've got a lot of plays. They got boom, sale. They got lots of stuff for sale. Let me go. Let's see what we're looking for. We are looking for magazine, right? And you want let's see what you had there. Oh man, you guys go too quick for me to keep up. A 30-30 bolt action clip. I'm gonna just go into Google or the search and see what they can say. 30-30 clip. I don't know if there's anything will come back. That's a magazine. 30-30. No, let's go by gauge. No. No. Got a lot of stuff here. Well, I'll just let you look it up. But if you go to pawnandpistol.com, that's a local guy. He is really reputable. All right. Okay, Mike, you take care. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, yeah. Oh, 9-volt batteries. Yeah. You don't know what you have till it's gone. That's right. There you go. Okay. September and March. That's right. It used to be time change. You're not going to do time changes anymore. So it's going to be hard. Right? All right, Mike, you take care of yourself. Bypass 9-volt to. No, I'm not putting a test on my tongue, Carnivore Nana. I'm sorry. My brother's got me with that. I'm not doing that. And if you put steel wool across those contacts, that's fun too. Nasty smell. Great ignition though. When I had my dad catch up, the clip vanished right. Yeah. All right. You can't. Yeah, right. I get you. Yep, we are doing the typos tonight, aren't we? But yeah, pawn and pistolandpawn.com. I think that'd be a great place to get it. We had a Remington moved here to the greater Huntsville area, so we used to do a lot with them. You can trust me. You don't bite. That's great. That's great, Lindy. That is funny. Yeah. So yeah, we're just killing it tonight here, aren't we? But yeah, so we were talking about some non-scale victories, and I was sharing how I can fit into 42 pants. Was in 46, now in 42s. They were just talking about 9-volt. I filled in what I missed. That's cool, Nan. I get it. We were talking about non-scale victories, and I changed my pants. I jumped down from 46s down to. I wore 46s because they're comfortable. Then they got way too big. Today I'm going to put on a pair of shorts to go on this drive and do thing I did with the wife. And when I put them on, there's no way they're going to fit. So I said, I got this other pair of pants. I reached up, I pulled them off the top shelf of my closet. I pulled them down, and I noticed they still had the tags on them. And I was like, I don't know if I want to put these on or not. And I put them on, and they fit, and I needed a belt. So non-scale victory today. I went from the 46s down to 42s, and these fit a little bit loose. Now, we know clothes change, and, different days of the same clothes it could be a 42, same manufacturer, different day, and that 42 may be tight. We know how that is, right? But hey, I dropped down, and I can't wait till I get down to 38. I'll try that. All right. Yep. Nice on the shrinking pants. I like it. You're right. I just know the ones I go to here locally. You tried a three. There you go. You didn't cheat. Good. You know what? That's just the way it is, Lindy. Our success goes before us. It gives us credibility. But before you stream now, I told him I get it. I get it now. I'm sorry. See, I late to the party. Yep. 9-volt battery. Yep. You've been binging for months. It's a mental. Oh my gosh. Yep, it is. Binging it's hard. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I just found for myself, I can stop binging pretty much anything if I don't deny myself. Now, I haven't had any ice cream. I know for some of us, ice cream's an issue. But I have my artificial sweetener. I have my coffee. And if I find a little something I want, if I really, really want, if I really consider it, I'll go ahead and have it. But I just keep coming back. I keep telling myself, if you want a snack, go eat some butter. If you want a snack, eat a piece of cheese. If you want a snack, get a piece of meat. If you want a snack, go get some butter. Repeat, repeat, repeat. It's working pretty well. It is. What we have here. Once you go so you just don't care about cheat meals. True. True for some. Hey, good night, everybody. God bless you tomorrow, Russ. I'm not gonna be on a whole much longer myself. So thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you, brother. Going to banana. Yep, ice cream, and more ice cream. I get it. Kryptonite. Mm-hmm. I think though. Well, I don't know what I think. I think I don't want to speak glibly or too freely here. The challenge is what the challenge is, and I guess when we go into the introspection of our whys, we haven't reached that critical mass. And I just say that because we all have strongholds and things we're trying to work on. And for many people, it's when they get to that rock bottom situation and they finally know what the fullness of their why, if you want to utilize that word, not as a double entendre, but to the absolute understanding of their why. That's right. That's what I think, right? So, no, there's nothing to speak. Yeah. Dr. Kiltz's ice cream. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, you're right. And you will get it. You will get it, but our whys, I think are not a simple thing that we can put one word on. We're much too complex. We are way too crafty. It's kind of like trying to maybe nail Jello to the wall. I think our whys are a compendium of issues and thoughts that we try to resolve into the lowest common denominator, knowing that I may have to do some trickeration, machination, right, to get everything in a common plane. You know what I mean, right? it comes at you from a different angle. Something hits you. You're having a bad day, and you find yourself with that spoon in your hand and that pint of ice cream, and you say no. Tough. If it were easy, we wouldn't be here. Yeah, a long tooth healing, eating something. Yep, never go back. I get it, brother. Yeah, I agree with you, Lindy. If it's really your kryptonite, you can't even play with it. You have to rethink. That's life. That's right. You had a why, and it went away. Yeah, yeah. No, I just think that's really sometimes it's a simple thing to say, but it's a much more difficult thing to live out. In that you're having to abstain from something. But I think abstinence can create a vacuum, and that vacuum can pull it back, or something else comes in its stead. And we have to try to maybe put something in place of it. And I'm a big believer in that. And I believe that, just like they do with methadone and right for heroin addict, there's, something maybe if it go from ice cream to taking heavy cream, or maybe just something completely different. Maybe it's a mental retraining. I mean, I don't know what happened great in your life to where ice cream became associated with that pleasure center, but working to put something else there. Yeah, you had to do it for me. That's right, because you can't leave yourself. How many times have we done things for other people? That's right, man. We have done things for other people, and then other people disappoint us. And whether they disappoint us purposely or they do it, absentmindedly, but we learn a spiritual battle. I get it, Lisa. That's right. I think we learn eventually that our battles have to be fought by us, for us. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. Just like when you're on the airplane and they tell you with the oxygen mask come down, if you have a child with you, put yours on first, then help them, right? It's not selfish. It's just being fully considerate. Sometimes we have to put toxic people a little bit away, toxic situations. Maybe your job is toxic. Maybe an aspect of your significant other is toxic. And it's not easy to put them in a corner, put them away. I get it. But, as we say here, all things through Christ, right? We're talking about tonight in our small group and or my accountability group. And it was mentioned that, God never gives you something that He'll never give you more than you can endure, you can take, right? That's not true. He will. But with God, you can do it. With Jesus, you can get through it, right? I think that's where we're at sometimes. And toxic people, toxic work, toxic situations get the better of us. And that's why we need, I believe, to have our spiritual selves, our spiritual signposts, as well understood as we can. When you're fighting your hormones, when you're fighting bad training, when you're fighting bad filters, when you're fighting a bad past, when you're fighting a toxic environment, and then you reach down to grab your emergency chute and you pull it and it's not there, you can't find it, you don't know where the pull tab is, you don't know if it's been packed, you don't know anything about it. And it's like our pastor says, we're at the bottom of the ninth inning, we're behind by 20 runs, and now you want to change pitchers. Huh. That's how it is. Oh, now that you're in the midst of an accident and you're laying on the side of the road and you're worried about your salvation, now you want to talk about it. Knee deep in debt, bad things happen on, and now you want to talk about it. It's a challenge, for sure. Let me go. Well, you better love it. There you go. Yep, there you are. Laura says, I think Chris Cook Natural was on Dr. Baker, or maybe it was Dr. Berry. He has made some awesome recipes. Cool. Yes, on the toxic. Yep. I know what you're saying, but yeah, I'll go. Hey, Alan, how you doing? That's right. We definitely can be overwhelmed. You're right about that. Amen. Braising cream chicken. Oh, gee, all right. Sweet, nice. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, I was going to hang up about 30 minutes ago. I'm glad I didn't, so I could catch you. Yeah. Like that commercial. Remember that commercial with the old man? It was a insurance commercial, and he's got a young lady, and one young lady said, look, I bought this beautiful handbag because I saved X amount of dollars on my insurance. And the young lady turns and looks at her insurance guy, and he's got like he's like the old guy in the sea, and he throws out a $1 bill. Oh, almost got it. Yeah. Anyway, I lost out. Yeah, he didn't give it back to him. He delivers from yep. Yes, he is. I burnt up the chicken, but it was yummy because I fixed it. There you go. All right. Hey there, Greg. Good to see you, brother. How are you? How are things going for you, my friend? Things going well for you? I have been so busy. I have been so busy. You know, when you have one of those weeks, then you sit in church and you're listening to a sermon, and the sermon is aimed right at you, right? And the pastor is going through the last of the Beatitudes about salt and light. And he's talking about why does he use the term salt, and how Roman soldiers used to be paid in salt. And people would say that when a person was not very useful, that they'd say he's not worth his salt. And a pastor said to us, he said, about making a difference, being valuable. And he said, are you pouring anything into someone else's life? Who can you point to that you are pouring into their life, that you're doing something for them, right? My wife looked over at me and I looked over at her, and we looked back and we had no questions or misunderstandings. We knew exactly, because for the past couple of weeks, we were pouring into certain people's lives for months now, and weeks, and in multiple ways. And I'm running from one point to another point to another point. And I am telling you this because I am having this realization these past couple of weeks, you know. I know it may sound silly, but I'm having this realization that having been promised the kingdom of God as a believer, all that I have really left to do is to pour into other people's lives, to serve. And I've been praying about it. And it's been coming to me. And I've been very, very busy. Incredibly busy. Doing things I never thought I had the capacity to do. And it's been really good. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right. Everybody's saying, hey, hey, ho, ho. Well, good. How are you? Okay. Greg says things are going just okay. Just okay. All right. We'll accept that. Hey, until we meet again, how are you? Good conversation. I'm for fighting a spiritual battle in the corner where the food is. Yep. Days are going to be hard. They are. They are hard. I believe the battle more on the end. Yes. Yep. Agree. Bedtime here. Okay. You're East Coast. You're busy day. Take care. Be blessed. All right. Take care of yourself. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for mixing it up with us tonight. I appreciate you. You take care of yourself. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I tell you, the whole thing, and I've noticed some people in the carnivore space are still doing the carnivore thing, and I'm happy for them, and I'm doing this, and I'm glad for it. I may have to change it up a little bit. I may go just a couple nights a week. I don't know yet, but I would love to do this also in a different time slot. What are your ideas about other time slots? Hello, Sandra. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to you. Welcome to the house of Scotty P. We're just chitty chat about this, that, and another. How are you? I hope all is well by you. Yeah, we are in time battle. We are in a time where battles against powers and never forget that way your true strength. That's right. That's right. But I was thinking about maybe a time slot, maybe more in the middle of the day. I'm like say 3:00 Central Time. I don't know how that would work. I don't know. I think 3:00 my time would be 4:00 Eastern. It would be 2:00 Mountain, 1:00 California. The fifth Wednesday on the second Tuesday in Australia. I can never keep it straight. Like 16 hours ahead, aren't you, Lindy? Just thinking. Yeah, just thinking. And yes, it hurt. Carnivore Nana says, yeah, I'm central and work till 6. Oh, I get it. Yeah, see? Not good. Yeah, not good for the working people. That's right. That's right. I think we're doing well. I think we're all here, so we count ourselves abundantly blessed, right? Time soon ahead. Yeah. It's 6:25 for Sandra. Okay, East Coast, but a night owl. I got it. Greg says, Travis, I might be doing a live one around 4 p.m. Okay, Q&A. All right. A running kit. There you go. 9 Eastern. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, hey. I bet you all can get me to read the most silliest things on here because I just put those things up and start reading them, not even thinking about the words. Well, I'm not changing anything yet. I'm just thinking. And I know Monday nights I do my men's group, so that I'm kind of running around. Maybe I'll go and do it like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I have to think about that. I can do multiple in a day. I'm retired now. See, that's the beauty of this. I'm retired, but I'm just thinking about it. I come into my little domain here, and let's say it's 8:30 at night, 9:00 at night, 9:30 like it was tonight, And once I come into here and I close the door, the wife is gone through her nighttime things, and then she goes off to bed, and then I come to bed. It's already 11:30. She normally wakes up around midnight. I like to be back in bed before then, and out of an abundance of courtesy to her. And I'm just thinking through it, just thinking through it. All right, let's go. Where are we here? At 5 hours and 5 p.m. is noon in Hawaii. Okay. All right. Well, I could do that, Lindy. I could do that. I guess. That'd be too easy. Too easy. We'll toy with it. We'll play around with it. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It could be. It might be. But we'll play with it. We'll see what happens. I like this group of people. I get so invigorated and uplifted, and I like this. So I have to configure a way to work this out. Maybe Tuesday through Thursday, doing the late night in the center of the week, and then I can sandwich in a couple other time zones during the rest of the week, and that way I can have my cake and eat it too. No, off with their heads. I think that's what they do. Did they get rid of the daylight saving time? I think they are. Isn't that supposed to happen this year? I thought it was. Anybody got Google working? Google? Be like Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory when he pulled out the piccolo. And then he'd do that. Okay, Ellen says, DST doesn't stop until November. Yep, a couple more daylight savings time. But I don't think we're going to ever go on again. I think this is the last time. Amen. I don't know. Would be nice. All right. I hope not. It'll be so dark in the morning. Yeah, but we have headlights. What are you going to do? I don't know. He's having fun with it. I have shoulders that move now. See, look at that. Woo-hoo. Sorry, just being silly. Mix it up, Scott. Yep, that's it. Come on, mix it up. Put them up. I know I can, but I'm torn by that, Alan. I'm torn by feeling driven to get numbers because, like I don't know, Ellen, if you've been in, but I think a couple of times I had like 20 people in, 25 people one night, 32 people. And, it was exhilarating. It was invigorating. It was maddening. It was crazy. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll mix it up. We'll figure it out. Funny you said that about cake because I had a piece tonight. Love the cake. What type of cake? We want to chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, red velvet, German chocolate. Which one was it? You want to know? We're living vicariously through you. You got to let us know. What was it like? What icing did you have with it? And no, Nana, it wasn't ice cream cake. I know Nana loves that ice cream, right? We want to connect. Who wants to connect with me to go BB and E? Okay. Your wisdom is wonderful. Maybe others can be blessed by your conversation too that aren't up later there. Oh, you're too kind to me. You're too kind. Thank you. Trigger. Sorry. Yikes. Get the hook. I know. Yep. Yeah, I have so many competing things, and I do have a strong urge and sense to share, but I do want to try to be a place where people can come in and be more of the conversation. Does that make sense? I know, like nights like tonight when I don't have anybody else on and I'm doing a lot of the talking, I'm trying to play off the chat comments. I want to build a community of people who feel empowered to share without being um, diminished or put out, right? A place where you come to the well and you get your thirst quenched, so to speak, right? I think many people are searching for spaces to do this, and it's hard to do it in very busy channels, right? It's very difficult to get it recognized, and it's just absolutely devastating. I remember going into a couple of I remember going into a couple of channels of some influencers, getting just a little bit of recognition, thinking I would get more, and not receiving it, and feeling a sense of rejection. Maybe it's just me. It's not. It's not. It's not reasonable to think that someone who's got 80 or 200 people in the chat and are active to reach out to one person. I get that with part of my logical brain, but the other part of my brain that is the needy self, right, doesn't understand it. So I don't want to be in a place where you would put something up and then it would go by and I would never be able to address it. And I don't know. It's a struggle. It's for real. Chocolate. Oh, really sweet. Yeah, I bet you it is. Little did I know I need an emotional support cake at the end of the day. I get that. We had these little cherry turnovers, like little tiny turnovers, little sugar crystals. The wife bought them to take to some activity. She ended up bringing them home, and I ate a couple. I did. After a day of doing hard things, and I was just emotionally worn out, I ate a couple of them. I'm not bad about it. It's not a big deal, but I get it. Emotional cake, support cake is a real thing. Yeah, I know you do feel that way, Lindy. I know people with an ounce of, well, that's not the right thing for me to say. It's hard to be in the shoes and put myself in the place of those who are successful influencers, because I'm not one. I mean, I'm not successful in that way that you measure it by numbers of participants. I am successful in that you all come and that you share and that you enrich my life. I'm very successful with that. But I don't know what it's like to be in those shoes. And I think I have been in the shoes of being, I have to be careful here. I have been in a position of influence before. And it's heady stuff. It is very heady stuff. We do have a bit of a unique family atmosphere here. We do. You're so right, Alan. Yeah. So having been in a position of worldly regard, I have felt that tug when people defer to you, when people wait on you, when people laugh at your jokes or anything like that, right? And I was not at a very high level. Yeah. So, I don't know how Dr. Barry does it. I don't know how Dr. Baker does it. I do believe they get to a point in their influence life where they have to surrender something, like when Kelly Hogan does things. And it was Shaun White from Intentional Carnivore was fanboying big on her on the day of the 24-hour stream. Remember that? And he was fanboying on her, and then I was doing the same thing to him. That order of magnitude difference, right? And I believe Sean was on the channel one night, and that was creating a lot of people coming in, and I was just like, wow. And you have to get to a point where you can't respond to everybody's emails, you can't respond to everybody's um, comments. And even that night, it was really busy. I remember Woodster saying something, and I was like, wow, I don't want to lose it. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I agree with you, Lisa. I agree. I do agree. I have my other channel where I do my Bible reading, right? Love all my sheep and those who like plants. I love it. Yeah, there you go. Um, and I know I have my other channel, and it's growing, but I never put out the feelers to grow it. I don't. Nope, nope, nope. That's purely me meeting an obligation and using YouTube as an accountability tool. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do when I finish reading on that channel? When I finish reading this 1 year, you see, it got a little tabs on it. I move it every day. I move it so I know how many pages I'm reading. And boy, is it getting worn out. I've taken this thing on vacations. I've done readings in cars. I've done readings on beaches, and done a reading in the desert. And we've been through thick and thin. And here we are getting closer and closer. October's almost over. I only have what, like, not even this much left to go right here, and we're done for the year. Just this little piece. I've read all this, and just a little piece. What am I going to do next year? And I figured I'll probably do a reading of some kind. But yep, I really, 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 really do like this, and I do like what we have going on here. What's the handle for that channel? Oh, okay, it's just that's it. And what I do is, and I have done now, I didn't read every day at the beginning of the year. I did like I think I want to say I started reading like on the 6th or the 7th. I can't, maybe the 9th of January, but I read throughout the day and I got caught up. And then every day since then, without fail, whether it's from the back of my father's house or on the beach, wherever I am, I'll read the daily assignment. And then it's morphed over the time. I I just read the selection, May 17th, Psalm 50, a psalm for Asaph, whatever it is. Early on, I just read it and I talk a little bit about it, but now I'd probably take too much time. But I pray in, I read, I pray, I talk about what I read. I'm not a minister, nothing like that. And I talk a little bit about it, about what it means to me, some thoughts I have, and then I pray out, make a little comment or two, and that's it. And they get kind of long sometimes. The reading's done in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but the commentary and the praying takes total about 45 to 55 minutes. I think I even hit close to an hour one time. That was a long one. But when the selection is so long, when you're reading 5 pages in the book, like the Second Chronicles, right? And you're reading, it's like whole, and I mash up the words. Trust me. I eventually had to go out to Google and find some channels that would show me how to pronounce some of the words, because boy, I would just mash it up bad. But that's okay. That's okay. We make Latin. No, God doesn't need me. God doesn't need my words or my butchering or my failings and flailing about. I said I'd do it, and I'll do it. And I did it. And the great thing for me is, I have learned so much more. There is something to be said for reading scripture and recording it, and then putting it on the internet for anybody and everybody to see. Guarantee you that. And I really liked it. But that's okay. That's what I do. And next year I got to figure out something else to do. I don't think I want to stop. So, audio, that's right. It is. To hear correct pronunciation. Yep, it is. I agree with you. I don't know why. So we've had this very same book. My wife has had this in the house for a couple of years. I just was not going to be told what to do. I'm a smart man. I'll read my Bible if I want to. I'll read it every day, and I do. But it wasn't organized, and it wasn't from cover to cover. Well, this year that'll be taken care of. That's for sure. And I'll do it again. It was and has been one of the best journeys of my life. It has. What you got there, Greg? Follow your heart. Oh, yeah. Yeah. True statement. Yep. There are so many great books to go along with it, but I don't disagree with you at all, Nana. Think though. So here's pardon me. I don't want to say it's my conundrum, because that would be way too strong a word. I believe that daily scripture reading is important. I believe study is important. I believe prayer is important. Meditation is important. But putting it into action, this is just for me, just my personal experience. Putting it into action, that has been I don't want to use the word challenge, but it's so easy to set it aside. It's so easy to be distracted. It's too easy to find importance in something else. So reading is important, and learning and praying and listening, but pouring into others in some way, shape, or form, creating a condition within the heart of another person. That's not even right. Creating or influence a person. There we go. Influencing a person. Hey, good night, low carb. Take care, brother. I'm so happy you were here tonight. I'm glad you're getting the upper hand on hunger. It's good on you, friend. I'm so excited and can't wait to hear you tell us more on how this is manifesting daily in your life. Take care, my friend. Good night. But being being the I was telling the guys tonight. I'm sorry, another vector. My mind. Oftentimes I hear people pray, and I have prayed myself that I don't want to be a stumbling block for anybody, right? And we know that the epistles and we know Paul wrote about this a lot. You know, we don't want to be stumbling blocks. But I wonder, do we sell ourselves short by saying I don't want to be this stumbling block instead of saying, Lord, I want to be the worker you need me to be. I want to pick up that yoke. I want to pick that yoke up. I want to put it on. I want to do the work that God has set before my hands. And I want to do it with passion and gusto and joy, knowing, I mean, it finally starts to dawn on me what Solomon was saying in Ecclesiastes. We've been given the kingdom of God, and we have been put into the hand of Christ, and he's not going to let us go. Then from here on out, it's just about pouring into others, right? There is no other joy than that work. So to be put in a position to where we can, or I got to speak for myself, where I can create or be a part of creating that condition in someone else's heart to where they want to ask the questions, that they want to seek and they want to surrender. That's what it's all about for me. Now, if reading my Bible prepares me for that, and of course, when you do the work that God has set before you, you will incur hardships because you're doing his work. You know, Satan's not going to be too happy with that. So then you need it. And I get that. I get that. But I have found so many people in my small world, in my little sliver of this world. I've seen so many people be so devout, and I just I haven't witnessed them pointing to others. All right, now hold on. Yeah, history. Paul said in Rome that he could be all things to all people, but he had no love to the depths, right? All right. Okay, the Bible will keep you from sin. Smart man, that Mr. Moody. You betcha. So, anyhow, that's kind of my whole walk thing and what I'm trying to do. And I listen to sermons from my pastor, and I'm active in my church, and I try to be active in my community and in my family, of course. And you know, that old rule, the 20% do 80% of the work, would not be the case if more. Maybe I did not say that. The burden would be lighter if more people would pick up their yoke. Now, that's just the way it is. I'm not saying anything new. I'm not revealing anything new. It's just like we would all be healthier if we did the right things with our eating all our lives. But that's nothing new, and we're dealing with it. I think there's a relevance there. So in that, strongholds we have with our food, right? The strongholds we have with our diets. Nanny saying people are lazy. I think that's a true statement. But when I think of whatever got us to the situation, right? So let's say I was lazy, and it got me to a situation, and then once I got into the situation, I got in deeper because of the waterfall or cascade of events, right? At some point in time, while I still have ownership and bear responsibility, there could be things that are happening in my life that were not um, that had other people's fingerprints on it, so to speak, right? When you eat so much that your ghrelin and leptin aren't working right, when you eat so much that your pancreas shuts down and won't make the insulin, right? There's a point in time in that cascade of events that you can't, in your addiction or in your dysbiosis, your disease, that you can't utilize the same physiological processes to undo the damage or to avoid the damage, right? So too it is with our spiritual selves. And if our spiritual selves are, just me, if our spiritual selves are diseased, our physical one will be a manifestation of that. Now, that's not to say that everybody who's a believer who's got a metabolic problem isn't a true believer. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is it's a very complex thing. And I, I want to believe that we can be more effective when we are more inclusive of the totality of who we are. And if in my diseased state, my sinful state, I have a stronghold I'm losing the battle to, then I know where I need to bring my prayer, and I know where maybe I need to ask for accountability partners. And for us, it would be the Holy Spirit, right? The Holy Spirit can be that accountability partner. And are we engaged with the Holy Spirit for that? Is it wrong to engage the Holy Spirit? I'm asking. I want to go catch up on the comments. Pardon me for being a poor host. It's true. It happens everything from sourcing to church. All yes, it's a natural law, right? In our minds, we're lazy. Yep. A remnant. Yep. We can get caught in their own thing, and the most. That's right. Agreed. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I agree. Nana, but let's say if we walk by a piece of trash now, it's hard to bend and pick it up. Oh, I get it. I get it. So, the little things, right? I think details in a little thing. I think that we could, if we focused on the little things, the big things that take care of themselves. Yep, you definitely hit a nerve there, Lisa. Great one. Yeah, of course it is. I am BASF. Okay, I'm a BASF. I'm gonna wait for the acronym to come to me because it's escaping me now. I apologize. Yep. I think people come in sometimes, they hear us doing scripture and they roll out, and that's fine. I get it. I get it. I'm not going to be mad at anybody who decides that they're not going to be, they don't feel comfortable. I'm comfortable. I'm good with it. I think sometimes the hard thing is that there are those of you who are much more of a Bible scholar than I am by far. And it's hard. It's hard to sit here and and think about all these things and talk about them without coming off maybe as sounding a little more knowledgeable than I really am, because I'm not. I'm not. I'm working on it. But it runs contrary to my nature to admit ignorance or and things of that nature. It's very much contrary to my nature. And I do have some areas of knowledge that I can share, and they come off my tongue real quick, and it's real easy. The scripture's not been one of them because it hasn't been my focus. I mean, this is the first year. I'm 61 years old. I've been a believer since 1992. And this is the first year I'm going to read the Bible cover to cover purposely and intentionally. Not the only time I've read in the Bible, but the first time. And I'm reading, I'm learning, and there's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn, but I don't want to put myself out as a know-it-all or anybody, anything like that. But it's too easy to let that be an excuse to not do it too. So we're not doing that either. All right, let me catch up. Born again, spirit filled. There you go. Yes, on me. Yep. Agreed. It does come in different ways and different steps. You're right. I remember when I grew up to a 46-inch waist. That was a big step too. No, I'm just having a little fun there. Yeah, growth is hard. I had a friend tell me the other day, as we've been working on the pavilion, he said, Scotty, one of your strongest things is you freely admit that you don't know things. I was like, well, I'm a buff guy because I don't know much. How do you say it? My book of knowledge is much smaller than my book of ignorance. That's for sure. But the whole idea being is that sometimes I struggle with the pursuit of knowledge and understanding versus application. I remember many people who were very well versed and steeped in scripture weren't leading lives that were congruent with what came forth. And as a young person, of course, I would play that hypocrite card until I became a believer. And I realized you can read these words, you can go to church, you can go on mission trip, you can do all sorts of good things and not really be a believer. Or you can be a believer and not step into the field of play. I don't know how necessarily, but there are those. We have the ones who are. Remember the how Jesus told the story of the one lost one, and when you bring back the one, and rejoice, right? Like the prodigal son story. Well, tells you there are believers who get lost, there are believers who stray. Jesus still holds them, still his. But like with the story of the Minas, So the parable, I should say, of the Minas. It gave me concern. Or am I putting it forward? So my father is 88. He can be 89. My father, an only child, born to an immigrant family on Christmas Day. I would tell you until a conversation I had this week that my father was at best backslidden, like the 58th row on the bus, right? At least I hoped. But I really do feel that my father, after speaking with him and having courage, that my father was born again and did have a true conversion. But he's so far in the weeds now. So I am talking to him, and he is cognizant. He recognizes the words I'm using. He's not Alzheimer's or anything like that. But I was just thinking as I read in some of the scriptures this week about, Lazarus was by the gate. It was a story that Jesus told, and Lazarus by the gate, and he had a wealthy man, and he had sores on his body, and that the dogs would lick, right? And how much, and how when he died, he was in the bosom of Abraham, right? And the old man the wealthy man was not. He was in hell, and he could see that Lazarus was with Abraham, and he was not. And he was like, oh, he wanted to have his thirst quenched. He said, can Lazarus just dip his finger in the water and just touch me? I said, no, you can't. Told me that we'll see people across that chasm. And it broke my heart. I wanted to know. I had to ask my father. I want to be able to see my father for eternity in heaven. So I asked. And I'm going to keep after him. I believe he's a believer. I just think he's so backslidden. And I pray that God will send or use me or somebody to bring him back. Bring him back. That's what I'm doing. And that's what I talk about. Are we out there doing that work? All right. All right. Two textbooks on biology and A&P. I know all about the cells. All right. Wisdom is the ability to take God's knowledge and apply it well. Well, yes. Reminding you of the time, Scott, will we wrap up? Yeah, I know. I am way off time. 2 hours, 17 minutes. Thank you very much, Lisa. Change the heart. There's no, yeah, that's right. Yes. And there are, and some trees are made good. I love that. I love that scripture because it says there are trees that weren't good and they're made good. That's what's awesome. Yep. And there's a fig tree that withered, right? So you got to be very careful there. So I think I'm going to take on that wonderful reminder. Thank you, Ellen. And I am going to wrap it up for us. I thank you for joining me tonight. I'm hopeful that, you know what I'm hopeful for? That someone goes to this live and listens to it and go, you can be this bold about your faith? The answer is yes. Head goes up and down. We should not be made to be afraid, and we won't be. Just the way it is. So thank you so much. Said, let me look that scripture up on the good tree. Yep. Oh yeah. NIV. So it should be in there. It's probably going to be in obviously the Gospels because I read it not too long ago. Oh yeah, it's a great one. Be made in a good tree. Good tree, bad tree. Good tree. I like a good tree. Want to be a good tree. That's all we have. All right. All right. Good night, y'all. Everybody, thank you so much. I hope everybody, yes, has a good evening of rest. And we'll see you around. She is very generous. Yep. And well, our tribe isn't as small as we think it is. I think our tribe is much bigger than we think it is. It's just that to have the confidence to sit and say it's okay to be a believer and to expound upon it and to speak about it and to be public about it, not beating people over the head with it. It's okay. We are much bigger than anybody thinks. We really are. It's just that we've gotten very timid. We've allowed ourselves to be pushed into a corner. Not this corner. If this is the corner we're going to, then this will be the corner we go to. Fine with me. So thank you. Yeah, you're right. Not a time to be timid. So y'all take care now. God bless. Take care. And in the days we have, yeah, it is very much because we don't know the day nor the hour. We're not promised tomorrow. You got to know that you know that you know that if tonight's our last night, there'll be no one who says, well, wonder where he went. I wonder if he was saved. I don't want anybody here because I already know where I am going. Jesus, tonight we got it. We're good. We're good. But what kind of testimony is it that you leave and people go, I don't know. Could have been. Maybe, maybe not. No, not here. So thank you so much. I trust you all have a great evening, that tomorrow is full of opportunities for you to be the hands and feet of Jesus in everything you do. God bless. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.